Hey, Les McDonald coming to you from the Man Cave again. And today's recipe is delicious, guaranteed fall off the bone smoked ribs. Today I'm going to be doing my sugarless dry rub, okay? It's going to have mustard on it. It's going to have all kinds of delicious spices in the dry rub. We're also going to make a really good wet mop for these ribs as well. But we probably will smoke these for about 3 hours. They're probably going to be only in the tin foil for about an hour. I find that's all it takes with these guys. And then we're going to finish them on a charcoal barbecue. That charcoal flavor is just the best way to finish off ribs. All right, well, the first thing we want to do is get the membrane off the back of the ribs here. So what I like to do is just start on the bone and scrape some of this back, okay? Sometimes I'll use a knife if I can't get it. Oh, I can see that coming off now. Do you see how that membrane is starting to pull off there? Okay, now here's the trick. Take a piece of paper towel or a rag and just use the paper towel and then grab that membrane, okay? All right, and then pull back. You can see that coming off there. And look how easy that comes off. Okay, for this rub recipe, I've pre-measured all the ingredients, makes your life a lot easier. Kosher salt, okay? This is one, you always want to have a box or two of this in your spice cupboard, okay? There you go. Ooh. I've measured 2 tablespoons of onion powder. Now we've got chili powder, okay? So this chili powder is the chili powder I use to make chili, okay? Because there's the other chili powder that we do use that's spicy. So, tablespoon of chili powder, okay? Then we've got black pepper, full tablespoon of that. Here we go. Now this is our spicy chili powder. So this is real chili powder, okay? We've pre-measured this celery salt, so we've got 2 tablespoons in there. Last but not least, we've got smoked paprika, okay? So we've got 2 tablespoons of that in there. So then what we're gonna do, use your fingers, use a spoon, whatever. We're just gonna mix this all up real good, okay? All right, that's your dry rub. You can make as much of this as you want, by the way. If you don't wanna have to make it every time you make ribs, make a big batch of it. You don't have to use it all. Whatever you don't use, you can save and use over again. All right, well, let's slide the ribs back over here. And we're going to start by generously slathering these bad boys in yellow mustard. I started using it about 10 years ago. I use it on my ribs. I use it on my pulled pork. I use it on my brisket. I use it on everything. It's a real nice way to get your dry rub to stick to the ribs. Don't be scared. Get it along the sides and the edges as well, okay? Yeah, we're going to have lots of mustard. Now, we're going to sprinkle our dry rub on here. Just sprinkle it on, and we made lots, so you don't have to worry too much about how much you use. You don't want to go crazy. There's quite a bit of kosher salt in here. Well, we're waiting for these ribs to settle in on the one side. Let's put them off to the side for a minute. And we're going to make our wet mop. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, okay? You've got your apple cider vinegar. This is a staple of barbecue. So again, have a few big jugs of this lying around. You're gonna use a lot of it, okay? And of course, we have fresh garlic, okay? We're gonna start with about 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, okay? Oh, maybe that was 3. That's 2 cups. Hey, this is barbecue. It's not baking, all right? Doesn't have to be exact. You get the idea. We're gonna put in our Worcester sauce. I like to, I don't know, probably get about 2 tablespoons, let's say, in there, okay? Again, barbecue, not baking. And I'm gonna load this with garlic, okay? I'm gonna use probably 4 cloves of garlic in here. So you wanna just take your knife and you just wanna smack that garlic, okay? Crush it. And then we can start chopping this. Just wanna get it as finely diced up as possible. Okay, here we go. Enough about that. We're gonna put all that garlic in there, okay? Lots of garlic. So we've got the garlic in there, apple cider vinegar, Worcester sauce, pepper. Here comes the beer. You probably want to put about like a full can of beer in here, okay? So as you can see in here, this is starting to look really good. It's starting to kind of froth and bubble. It's all mixing together. It's all wonderful. You'll see. All right, we're gonna let that sit. I'm gonna flip the rib over. And we're gonna do side 2. There we go. Awesome. Again, you cannot have too much mustard, so keep a few bottles in your cupboard at all times, okay? You're gonna need it. Brush that on. I should add that I've actually already started my smoker. We're doing this on a pellet smoker today. You can do this on a charcoal smoker, of course. If you're smoking with charcoal, you probably already know this recipe. Maybe you don't put mustard on yours, though. You might learn something, right? But with the pellet smoker, one of the nice things is you can walk away a little longer. You can set it and forget it. All right, mustard's all on. Okay, here we go. Wow. So we'll get this on. We're gonna go out, check the smoker. I'm gonna go outside and check the smoker, and we're ready to put these ribs in. All right, we've got the ribs in the smoker. We're gonna leave them in there at 225 for about 3 hours. We're gonna come out in about an hour and we're gonna start the wet mop. I've got apple wood in here and I've got hickory, okay? And I've got it about 50-50. All right, well, we're a little over an hour into the smoke and I've got the wet mop here, and we're now going to start wet mopping. Now that we start, we're going to do this every 20 or 30 minutes, all right? So let's get to it. Okay, recap. These were in the smoker for about 3.5 hours. Every 20 minutes to 30 minutes, we were wet mopping these, and they look great. Now what we're going to do is we're going to wrap these in tin foil. We're going to put them back in the smoker at 350 for an hour. Now, you could do this in your oven at home, okay? You don't need to have it in the smoker. You might want to save pellets or whatever. Now, got my tin foil ready to go. We're going to put the tin foil on top, and we're going to put the ribs in. Ooh. Ooh, they are hot, so you might want to move fast, but not crazy hot. Now what we're going to do is we're going to wrap these in this foil, and I'm going to make a little boat shape. Just kind of get it curled up on the edges. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to pour some of our leftover mop sauce into here, okay? And this is really going to add to this whole, probably about 1.5 cups, okay? You don't need like to go crazy on this part. And then we're going to take the tin foil and put that together like that, and then we're going to roll it. Fold it, roll it, whatever you want to call it. We're going to get this nice and snug. Now I'm using a heavy-duty tin foil. Okay, you don't want to use the light stuff because it'll just crack on you. And roll up the ends once you get that done up there, okay? And then do that. There we go. Okay, see how that looks? Look at that. Looks wonderful. So we're going to put this in the smoker now, or the oven, at 350 for 1 hour. All right, those ribs have been in tin foil with some of the wet mop sauce in the smoker at 350 for about an hour. So I sort of layer my charcoal. I start with the briquettes, okay? But then I want lump charcoal when I'm barbecuing, because lump charcoal has the flavor and the smoke, okay? So the briquettes have heat and they're cheap and they work great. So I use them as a base, and then I put the lump charcoal on top. All right, we just took this out of the smoker. It was at 350 for about 1.5 hours, actually. An hour to 1.5 hours, totally fine. Now, when you do open this tin foil up, there's gonna be a lot of steam in here. So what you wanna do is be careful. Oh, I wish you could smell that, but it smells amazing. Look at all the juices in there as well, hey? And I can tell already that these ribs are so moist and ready to just fall off the bone, but we're not there yet. Let's barbecue. Oh yeah. So I've just poured on the lump charcoal over top of the briquettes. Briquettes are great for heat. They're also kind of good for flavor, but nothing beats lump charcoal. So we're gonna let this fire up for about 10 more minutes, get nice and hot. We're gonna put our ribs on. Wow, look at that. Whew. See that bone? That just wants to come right out. That's nice. Okay, we're gonna let that cook. We're gonna put the lid on. Okay, that's it. We are ready to take this off. Oh my. Oh my. These look beautiful, hey? Oh yeah. Those look good. Okay. Well, let's get these off the grill. We're going to let them rest for 10 minutes, and then we're going to eat that. Beautiful. Man, these ribs look amazing. Quite literally, one of the bones just wanted to fall out when I took this out, so. Wow. Yeah, the bone just falls out of there. Man. Oh. Oh my. Ugh. Okay, that is delicious. Fall off the bone, so much flavor. The smoke profile is amazing. So good. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and also hit the little bell icon. You'll be notified every time we upload a new recipe video. Thanks again for watching Barbecue Beer Life, and remember, if it ain't got smoke, it ain't barbecue. What are you laughing at? That's true. Do you think it'll get me more hits or what?